Angela, you guys are going through a turnaround. Nagkaroon kayo ng losing streak. Ngayon, you guys are riding a 2-game winning streak. What's the difference for the team mentally?
Iba po kasi kung lahat po ng teammate ko saka ako sumusunod sa loob ng court. Pati nag-cooperate po sa mga lahat ng sinasabi ng coaches namin.
And now, you told me kanina na this is a must-win situation for you guys. If you beat NU today, locked, sure spot na kayo into the Final Four. So, how are you guys approaching this game?
Nagpa-condition po kami ngayong para sa game na to kasi kailangan po namin manalo ngayong game.
They're treating it as a must-win situation. That's Angela Benting from the Adamson Lady Falcons.
It is correct for Angela Benting to assume that. Of course, you know, they want to make sure that they close out the final forecast without having any complications moving forward.
That's right, and this is very important for Adamson, Eric. They still have the chance to notch that second spot, which is the twice-to-beat advantage. No? So they have 3 more games. They need to catch up with UST. They're only 1 game behind, so they also need this win.
Now, for National University, like what we mentioned at the top of the coverage, it is a must-win situation for them to move forward here in the standings and going into the Final Four. They are at 4-7 right now and about 3 games behind Adamson and Ateneo.
That's right. Like what you said, their backs are against the wall. They've had a very strong campaign so far. They really exceeded expectations, although they are in a rebuilding year. But still, they find themselves now with a chance to make it or at least get a tie for that final slot in that Final Four placing. And you've got Ateneo and Adamson also in that same situation. So what NU has to do, again, like what I said, win all of their games and make sure that, or hope that Adamson or Ateneo loses all of their games. So really not in their hands right now. But still, what they can do is get this first win and probably hope for 2 more wins after this.
The NU Lady Bulldogs trying to avoid a 4-game losing streak as they come into this game. They lost 3 games already. Their last one against LaSalle, you saw the highlights of that game.
That's right. They lost it in 3 straight sets. Total output 75-43. Again, De La Salle getting that win in only 3 sets, Eric.
Now let's go over and listen to Job De Leon's interview with Mervic Mangi.
Mervic, halfway through the season, 4-4 ang record ng NU and you were one of the more exciting teams to watch in the league. Pero since then, you dropped 3 straight assignments. Anong nagbago sa team at nangyari to? Ano't kailangan yung gawin para manalo ulit?
Nawalan kami ng konting discipline tsaka commitment.
Okay, so alam nating lahat, you need to win the remaining games para makapasok ng Final Four. Anong pinakamalaking motivation nyo?
Kailangan namin ibalik yung commitment, yung discipline sa sarili namin habang naglalaro, and communication sa loob ng court. Kailangan namin ibalik yung positive thought para sa university.
Alright, thank you very much. At sana talaga gumana yung positive thinking nyo. Once again, Mervic Mangi of the NU Lady Bulldogs.
Number 9, Vic Mangi, team captain. Number 10, Assis.
There's the starting 6 for the Lady Falcons and the Lady Bulldogs. Everybody healthy for Adamson. We all remember Zapanta being down for about 2 games after spraining her ankle. On the other hand, the Lady Bulldogs, they've been complete. The cast has never had experienced a major injury throughout the tournament, but nevertheless, you know, in experience and of course, you know, the fact that they are coming off a season last year where you know, they were at the bottom of the standings now. It's a huge achievement for them already to be here in the middle of the pack. But of course, they still are shooting for that an appearance in the Final Four.
That's right. After the end of the first round, really, they had a strong chance of making it. They're in the middle of the standings, right in the thick of things. But after those 3 straight losses at the opening of the second round, they find themselves again, you know, falling short of the Final Four at this time. Although they have an outside chance, like what I said, mathematically it is still possible, but it's not all in their hands. You know, Adamson has to lose a game, all the games. Ateneo has to do the same thing. And for NU, what they have to do is win everything from now on and hope for that tie, at least a tie for that 4th seed in that Final Forecast.
Of course, National University, like what we mentioned, already. Can you classify it as overachieving already from what they put out last year compared to where they are this year.
Absolutely, Eric. They have exceeded our expectations. And, like what I was saying, when was the last time that people wanted to see NU play against the strong contenders like UST or De La Salle? Before, it used to be a case of you would already know who's going to win.
Who's going to win, that's right.
And you wouldn't even bother read about it or even go and watch the game live. But for this year, NU made sure that they made a statement, and they made a strong one, saying that we are definitely title contenders. We have a strong program. Watch out for us. So that's the message you have sent right now.
Speaking of strong, a strong start for Adamson here. 3-love to start set number 1. Adamson, everybody figures them to be part of the Final Four year in and year out because of how good the coaching is and how great the players are as well for Adamson. It's been some sort of a letdown, I guess, this season after they struggled a lot before turning things around in the middle of this volleyball tournament.
Basically, their strongest suit is their defense, and they really lost a lot after the libero, Disney Angada, graduated. And probably that's the thing that they have to improve on. The offense is always there. Benting, Soriano, they're there with Pineda helping out. Also Kinlog and Zapanta, but their defense, they have to improve on that, because that's the one that really keeps them in the match and always has makes them a title contender. Is the defense that they have.
And for more about Adamson, let's check in with Nico Ramos.
Must win. Everything on the line, backs on the wall. Call it whatever you want, but this Adamson team does not think that losing is going to be an option today. Sure, NU is playing to stay alive in the tournament, but Adamson is playing for much more. Tied with Ateneo at 7-4 and with UST just one game ahead of them, these Lady Falcons are figuring, why can't they go for that twice to beat advantage? And if this season has proved anything, it's that aside from LaSalle, pretty much anyone can beat anyone on any given day, which is why Adamson wants that insurance policy with that 2 seed at the end of the season. Now, Mami Dulce told her girls there's no better time to start than today. So they're going to go and try to go for a dominating win against NU here today, guys.
Thank you, Nico. That's the correct mindset for Adamson. Not just to prevent NU from coming into the Final Four and complicating things and just completing the Final Forecast, but why not shoot for the number 2 spot in the Final Four and thereby getting the twice to beat advantage?
That's right. In fact, sabi nga ni Nico, only 1 game behind with 3 games to go. So anything can happen. Of course, those first and second seed will get that twice to beat advantage. So when you land in the Final Four, you want to be in those 2 spots, obviously.
Definitely.
So Adamson has a strong chance of making it, and like what you said, on any given day, any team can beat any team here in the UAP.
But of course, that's going to be a tall order to try and unseat the defending champions from the number 2 spot.
Yeah.
Although some teams have done it. Of course, LaSalle has done it and UP has done it.
That's right. UP, beating USC in 5 sets.
5 sets.
That really was a surprise to everybody.
Angela Binting.
But right now, in the first set of this match between Adamson and National University, everything firing on all cylinders for the Lady Falcons as they have a 4-point lead. 7 serving 3. Beautiful serve as well coming from Pineda. A free ball, a rare one this set for NU. Angie trying to experiment as a middle hitter. Unsuccessful in that attempt. Adamson 8, NU 3. Back inside the arena in San Juan, where Angela Binting, Pao Soriano, they have been very effective to start this first set. And seldom do you see the offense of Adamson be as fluid.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's either Angela Binting or Pao Soriano. But to start this set against NU, both of them are playing very well.
That's right. And we always say that it's very, very important and very crucial for all these teams to peak at the right time. And we've got 2 hot teams, in Adamson and Ateneo, seeing action today. And they already have assured themselves of the Final Four slot. But, trying to get that second or even the first ranking still in their minds, So you want to be peaking right now. This is the time that you should make sure your offense, your defense really in sync, especially for those return plays. And Adamson is doing that right now in this match.
That's true. I mean, right now, their defense has held up.
Yes.
We've seen Pineda serving quite some time now. I think it was at 5-3 or was it 6-3 when Pineda started serving?
Until you jinxed her, Eric.
That's outside.
Normally happens.
This error.
Pag binabati talaga.
Oh.
I knew in the back of my head I shouldn't
Serving
have,
is Mina
I shouldn't have said that.
Too late.
For serving 10, the damage has been done by Adamson here. They're up by 6. Nepomuceno so far not been a factor, but right now he's starting to contribute.
That's right, Nepomuceno able to score even though that ball was set very far from the net. Turned nothing into something.
What's surprising also, Ian, is the fact that after a good start by Nepomuceno this season, as an outside hitter for National University, it seems like when everybody or all of the teams were aware of her abilities and when they checked her type of game, parang natahimik din yung opensa ni Kai Nepomuceno, no?
Yeah, well, like what you said before, it was just an all-Mangi show for NU. So all their opponents would always watch out for Mavic Mangi. And then Mavic Mangi, her performance dipped because she was being controlled. That led to the opening for Nepomuceno. And right. Nepomuceno had a field day for like a couple of string of games until that part that nabantayan na rin siya.
You just saw that Shakey's fast serve. Shakey's, it's fun, family pizza. But the onus for the players then is, kung na-check ka na, humanap ka ng paraan to have variety in their offense.
Timeout National University Lady Bulldogs.
Coach Vicente calls a timeout. We'll check in with the NU Bulldogs.
Dalawang blocker. Okay. Anong ginagawa mo rito? Dito ka na. Ito, bahala ka siya dyan. Yan ang pinapraktis natin, oh. Ginawa na ni Brian yan, eh.
Nauna yung tapa mo, bago ka humagol sa bola, humakbang ka na kagad.
Gustahan mo na yung bola.
Coach Vicente wants to turn things around this early. They're down big. 8-point deficit for the Lady Bulldogs here in set number 1.
Resumption of our game. The serve, Paul Soriano.
Nepomuceno, they're trying to get her involved in the offense. Nepomuceno again.
That's not over. Benting called for
more touches.
Adamson called for 4 touches.
So a good timeout called by Coach Francis Vicente.
Team captain
Lady Bulldogs responding and being more aggressive on both ends of the floor here, defensively and offensively. Solid serve by Mangi.
Oh, nice play for Angela.
Loader for Angela Benting.
Let's listen in to Joe Pereira reporting for NU.